It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
He goes, Dad!
They begin on the ground with Guerrero. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll send the tight end in motion. Again, it's Guerrero. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Guerrero. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Play action. Stafford. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. A give running left now, Guerrero. Touchdown, 49ers. Isaac Guerrero, 34 yards. And the 49ers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Good job passing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Why is he not on the field?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here now, 2nd and 4. The slot man in motion right. 2nd and 4. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Throwing the balls in the air like true speed comes out.
Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 2. Got him, man. And coughed it up. This is scooped up by the 49ers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, Not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Another try for Guerrero. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the give, it's Guerrero. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Gotta throw down. Throw down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. Handoff here, Guerrero. He juked him. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Guerrero. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ready.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Good route. Good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Don't tell me what to do, coach.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll try the left side.
Who's this? Oh, I got the wrong person out here.
He'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, here's Garindo. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll run with Garindo. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 32 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Big 20.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a give right side.
Why does he keep on telling me Garindo's in, but they keep on putting this dude
behind the line of scrimmage? 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
I don't think you can. I'm surprised what you can do.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
What was cover 2? He's wide. I know he's wide.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He shakes it off. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Come on, Mustafa!
That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Oh my fucking... Okay.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Two fucking picks back to back.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Harry
oh
on the
my
right
fucking
side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Gibbs going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Man. He dove into my hit. Why is that not a fumble anymore?
Touchdown after a short game.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end.
No, I'm talking about when you dive into the end zone and get hit.
That's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why it's not a fumble anymore. But in previous
times
it was.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point.
Throwing me picks last drive. Nothing fucking picked off.
And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Lions 14, 49ers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? Yeah. And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A beautiful spin and room to run. Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Isaac Guerrero, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that. But maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
So I can see the man motherfucker just sitting there looking like a dickhead, doing like a half spin and then the dude is leaving him in the dust.
Now back to throw.
Let me get that dickhead.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Hey, give me radar.
Stafford now to throw. A throw left side for Pearson is complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup.
Like if he's a right-handed, going to the left.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20 to 14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
Good. Not bad.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Take that.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And into the end zone. A pick six. 49 D as they score a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, my bad.
We'll see if they can band back together after
If
the
you weren't
pick
playing Steve, I wouldn't
six.
enforce the
It hurt
rules.
badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you was in the natty and you fucking
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
Bro, you about to throw me another pick six. You are trash.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game.
Yeah.
Rush theirs, protect yours.
I ain't seen
He's
it on
talking
TikTok.
about
I
those
seen
guys
it
throwing the
on
football.
I never clicked on
In
this
this
shit.
situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game.
Actually, I
and a first down as well. And in a two-score
He ain't
game,
popping my
obviously
shit.
every play,
Moss
every
pops up
3rd
my shit
down,
all
like
the
we saw
time.
there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Yeah, but I think Scooter shit popped up on my show. Somebody randomly
It's a
popped up.
short
Like, I
one here,
don't
complete
fucking.
to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson, 30 yards. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Stafford. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Good, bad.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Mother. 4th and 1. I had the first down. You hit me backwards.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, they do that shit.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
He's back to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
I don't like the draft thing. I mean, like, because some people like just get shit to fill need, and then like I'd be like, oh, you know, I don't like this guy. Who the fuck what you like? What the team like?
He's got it complete to Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens.
I stopped looking at them draft grades after they kind of shitted on the Lions draft when they got Gibbs. Oh, they needed a running back. No, they. I mean, the analysts, yeah.
He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Dodson.
When they didn't like the linebacker, was Jack Campbell. They didn't like him. And then if the team likes them, like, who cares? Like,
to throw.
Yeah.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Fucking.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right
He
in
just
the face.
okay,
This
kind of like
entire
a
game is down to the
fuck
next
with that
snap.
dude name. UCLA went to the fucking Jaguars.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Miles Jaguar.
As expected,
He used to be a fucking
they're going for it
linebacker.
to keep the drive alive.
I mean, yeah, running back.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
He was a fucking he had like 1,000 yards at UCLA one year.
Time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
+2.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's a gain of 7.
3 years in a row.
That should just about
You
do
took out
it.
the playoffs, that means.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Ready.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it.